it's Faith, your favorite Chevening YouTube channel leader. I don't even know what that is. But anyways, in this video, I'm going to be talking about Chevening 2025. I have made well over 150 videos on Chevening on this channel. Well over 100 people have gotten Chevening from this channel, and these are verifiable numbers, not even the numbers, people that have gotten it that I'm not even aware of. But one thing I've realized over the years, and especially through for this year, is Chevening has gotten more and more competitive over the years because so many people are watching these videos as well, just like you are. So many people are finding out about the scholarship, so many people are learning from success stories. There's so much information right now about Chevening that so many people are getting it right. And so it is a lot more competitive this year, and even the slots as well are not as many as previous years. And that's why it's so important that you find ways to stand out. And I'm going to be sharing some things I've learned, and it's a couple of things I've learned from interviews, with some inside gist. But anyways, anybody that's watching this video wants to apply for Shooting this year, and there's some things that I feel like would help you. So let's break down all key aspects of the application and things I believe can help you to stand out significantly with Shivning this year. So number one is your course choice. I believe that if your course choice is unique, you have a stronger shot at getting Shivning. There's so many people that are applying for the same set of courses. There's certain courses that 50% of the applications are in those courses. A lot of them are development courses, if I'm going to be very honest with you. And there's so many courses that are constantly recurrent. And those are not the only issues in your country or your community. There are so many fields that people can study in. I'm not saying that if you're in that field, you should change your field, but there are unique combinations of courses in your field. There's a aspect of your field that you can zoom in into. So for example, instead of just going for climate change specifically, is there climate communications, is there climate education? Instead of just going for development as a whole, is there a nexus, something deeper, a different approach to development that you can come up with? Everything cannot just be international development or media and development. Even media and development is still fine, though you have to do a lot of convincing. But everything cannot just be the same field. Everything cannot be science and tech or computer science. You need to go deeper into creativity. One thing I'll say that helped me, and I believe that is still helping a lot of people that I have mentored, is the uniqueness of their courses. A lot of people that I've seen go for the scholarship and get in, even with the way it's competitive, are people that have unique courses. A friend of mine got into Chevening with performance arts last year. That is very unique. That is very different. What is a different course that you can study that will still help you to get to your goals? A field that nobody is talking about, an issue that nobody else is seeing. What is that unique and different field that you can bring on board? I think that that's going to be a game changer for you this year. So that's the first thing that you need to think about. The next thing you need to also think about is your essays. Everybody now knows the STAR approach. Everybody now knows in 2016 I found, in 2015 I discovered, I found out, then I did this. It's the right way to write the essays, but it's repetitive and it's boring and it can be tiring for them to read. So the best way to mitigate this is still use the STAR approach, but when you're starting and ending your paragraphs, put a personal story, put a creative way, put a creative difference, tell it in a different way. So you need to cushion the STAR approach with introductory lines that are not typical STAR approach intros. So like, oh, in 2016, that kind of thing. No, you need to use something that arrests attention, you know, that type of thing. So let's say you want to talk about, oh, inequalities or lack of safety. You can say, oh, I thought I was going to die in 2019 when I was caught in a bus with whatever, whatever. And then this personal experience made me realize something. And then you can now say, it led me to, in 2016, this. You get that kind of thing. Use something that arrests attention, catch them off guard. Let's say you're a female and you go into a field where everybody there did not like you. For the my gender almost something. For the first time in my life, I was in a situation where, like, you need to start using storytelling elements. Group it in a story. Let them follow you on a journey, and end it in ways that are memorable. Because they're already used to, in 2016, I found out this and then I did this. Still use that, because if you don't do that, you're also going to get rejected. But what I'm trying to say now is start looking for creative ways to start and end your essays. Another thing also I'll say, I remember speaking to a couple of scholars, and this is not just for Chevening, but for any scholarship, is everybody's going to be saying that they are doing things. So you want to start putting verifiable evidences. If you can put links to your work, put your link so that they can verify it. Also choose things that when they Google it, they can see, because now it's more competitive. There are limited slots. They need to be sure that whoever is writing this essay is someone that is authentic and is real. So they're going to Google you. And when they Google you, they need to find things. So ensure that that's very obvious in your essays. So that's literally for your leadership. Your networking as well. The same thing. They've seen these different variations of defining networking and different things. Start in a different way. Networking changed my life. Now I feel like so many people are going to say networking changed my life, but you get what I'm saying. Bring your personal human touch. I remember this even came up in my interview with Mwila, the Chevening program officer for, and basically she talked about how there's something called over mentoring now. So many people are doing it in the same way that is just like it's too much and they're tired. So I'll say that find different ways to tell your story. Try to stand out now. Everybody's doing the star approach. That's fine. Do the star approach, but do it in a different way. Be creative about how you do it. Now, for your course choice, I already mentioned, be very ambitious also with your course choices. I think that can also help as well. And also be strategic. So if you're not ambitious, also be affordable in your course choices as well, because also if everybody in your set is going for Oxford, the amount of money that is allocated would definitely be reduced. So you want to also ensure that you're affordable as well. I'm not saying don't go for Oxford, go big, but also if it's not Oxford, you don't have to do it. You get what I mean? Okay, so aside from that, and then your career plan, go big with your career plan, but also be realistic and be human in your career plan. But also talk a lot about how you're going to add value to Chevening in your career plan. They need to see that beyond just the goals and the things that this person wants to do, this person is going to do something concrete within the Chevening network. That's also another way to stand out as well. So that's for your essays. A human touch. Be creative in how you're writing your essay. Stand out and ensure that you're putting things that are verifiable. And if it's possible for you to link, just put links. The next part of your application is your reference letters. This is so key. I have a dedicated video about this, but ensure that your reference letters are very detailed, and if possible, try not for your referees to only talk about the things in your essays. They can also add things that maybe you were not able to say in your essays, just for them to see that this person is not a one-hit wonder. It's not only what they've done in their essay that they have done in their lives as well. So let your referees also be very detailed and talk about things that you were not even able to talk about in your essays. Also choose people that are qualified to talk about you, are people that have known you for quite a number of time. It doesn't have to be that long, but people that can talk about, the work you've done with them, or whether you were a student with them, or, depending on whatever category of referees you apply for, choose people that are in a position of authority and can talk in depthly about you as well. And then I'm trying to think of if there's anything else. Your interviews, when you get to the interview stage, please put in your best. But yeah, put in your best. It's more competitive even at that stage, and you want to ensure that you're standing out. And let's say you're watching this, you just got shortlisted for interviews, and you're like, oh my god, I did not do all of this in my essay. That's fine, you got there already. Now you want to stand out in your interviews. Bring in all of these factors into your interviews. Ensure that you are standing out. You're talking about ways you want to add value. Think again about your career path. your career paths, your goals and everything, and be be different and innovative, because people on your panel are going to be people in your field, and you want to come with a different angle, a different approach to how you're even, approaching your interviews as well. Something they want to listen to you in the interview and be like, oh, I didn't think about that. That is amazing. That's something that you also want to, show and document. Also, I forgot to mention in your essays, in your networking exam, your networking essay specifically, if you can show ways that other opportunities have validated you, or how you've been able to grab opportunities and use them, it can also be very helpful in your application as well. Oh, one final thing I forgot to mention before I say summary. One final thing is, what is your difference? So even if it's not your course choice, are you a woman in a male dominated field? Are you from a state or a country or a region that is not, maybe you don't live in a city, you live in a rural area? Are you neurodivergent? Do you have a disability? Do you have barriers, significant barriers to education? Things that can, because the truth is, every organization now, every opportunity now are trying to improve diversity, and are trying to be more inclusive with the people that they are giving opportunities. So what aspect of you brings diversity into your cohort? That's something you want to strategically include in your essays, in your reference letters, and in your conversation. Bring that out, because a reason they might choose you might be, okay, there are so many people that you and maybe 10 people have the same scores, but you would make their cohorts more inclusive and more diverse. So think about your diverse edge and the barriers you faced, and find ways to include that in your application as well. I offer one-to-one scholarship consultations. We can talk about finding your diverse edge, making fantastic sharing application essays, reference letters, things like that. Book a one-to-one consultation with me. You can also book my essay review. I also have a book on how to write scholarships. You can check that out in my, not how to write scholarships. I have a book on how to win scholarships. You can check that in my description box below. But yes, think about all of these things, and I'm rooting for you. And I hope to interview you on this channel. You need to be the next Chevening scholar that I'm going to interview. And I've been interviewing a lot of people that watched my videos, got the scholarship. I even met one of them recently. Shout out to Uwakumfom. We met recently. She watched the videos, I interviewed her on the channel, and we met in the UK about a week ago. So I want that to be your journey. I want to build a dream with you. So please apply all of these lessons, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.